Thanks so much for joining us for another edition of KFFB's Open Mic. We do have Carroll with us. He is with the Arkansas Insurance Department and Senior Health Insurance Information Program, which we need to talk about. What is SHIP?
SHIP is everything Medicare. What we do is if you have a Medicare question all during the year, you give us a call and we're going to guide you through it. Medicare has done one thing that's great. We're fixing to go into the open enrollment season for Part D drug plans. That is something that you get to evaluate if you're on Medicare every year from October 15th through December 7th. They've also come up with, like I said, a plan finder where we can guide you through Medicare.gov on the internet, a website. But the other side of it that is so good that Medicare did is when you evaluate it every year, the phrase I always use, and I used it when I was selling insurance, the medications you take at 65 ain't going to be the medications you take at 75. So you're getting to evaluate it each year. Plans change, what they cover changes. So really important to evaluate that. And when you go to evaluate that, the best local person to evaluate that with is simply your pharmacist. You go to your pharmacist, you show him this or her, what 3 plans were the best that you go through Medicare.gov and find my drugs and you enter all that. And then it gives you a chance to plug in what pharmacies you use. Well, once you get to that, you can compare your plans. But it's vital to take that printout to your pharmacist and let him look at it because he has a working knowledge of what drugs cost and what your copay and deductibles are going to be.
You know, if people have questions, I mean, this is something sometimes it's very complicated, scary for some, especially if they're just now getting into Medicare. There's thousands every day rolling into this program. When we talk about open enrollment for Medicare, December 7th is the drop dead date. Explain why this is is imperative for them to get this done before that date.
Yes, after December 7th, if you've not changed your plan, you're stuck with the same plan you had from the year before. How do you know that the formularies? How do you know your copays? How do you know your deductible? In some instances, your premium may go up. But then if you change your medications, have you done your due diligence to know this plan is still the best plan for me? But you have a chance and it's free. The one thing that SHIP does is we offer free, unbiased information. We're only here to educate and guide you through the Medicare system. As Bob said, it is awfully complicated. I make it sound easier than it actually is, only because I've done this off and on since 1983. But when they did this on the web, how many of us have access to the web? There's 342,000 people in Arkansas on Medicare. At one point, we were the 4th fastest growing state with people turning 65. We are the 2nd fastest growing state with a population turning 85. So every year it's imperative that we check to make sure we've got the best care lined out for us with our drug plans.
All right, when we look at that, they can call a number. Now, what is the number that they can call?
We want you to call 1-800-224-6330. That's 1-800-224-6330.
And then they also have a Medicare.gov. Is that helpful as well?
Correct. When you go to Medicare.gov, the screen will come up. That is where you'll start your navigation through the Medicare system. And there are 3 types of people that we try to help. There's one that we can start and we get them to Medicare.gov. We show them the next button to push. Boom, they're there. There are people that we will guide them through all the different pages, get down to where they have to compare their plans. And then they can print those off, take them to the pharmacy, make sure this is the best plan for them. And then there's the group that, I use my brother as an illustration. You're going to have to listen to him. He's going to go to Medicare.gov. That's as far as he's going to go. But then you change the page and you go down and you get to the point where if you're the navigator, you're going to push compare my plan. And then we're going to get that plan back to you. We're going to get those comparisons back to you for you to make an educated decision. And that's just if you don't have access to a computer or if you're not tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy. I've just done it enough to where I know which button to push. So we have opportunities and we're going to guide you there. The other thing I want to make sure you understand is, I am the director of SHIP, and we want our name, our number out there. In the future, we will use our partners and we will put their name and number out there. We'll do it on billboards. We'll do it on the radio stations. But I want to grow this to where all help is local. You're going to be speaking to somebody. When you call my office, we're going to refer you I know the Area Agency on Aging in Batesville, which is the White River Area Agency on Aging, will be here for you.
That's Ted Hall and the group, which Ted does a very good job, and they have another going towards Conway and over. So
yeah, I saw a sign north of Greenbrier, where his counties pick up. I think it's like 10 counties right in central Arkansas or north central Arkansas, and they do a great job. I've been around that group, like I said, since 1983. All your area agencies on aging are top notch, and they have people there, to help. On top of my office, when I say that we have partners in every county, sometimes we have 2 in every county. I think we do here, but there are 240 trained Medicare counselors that are here to help you.
All right, the date is December 7th. It is the open enrollment, ends at that time, and then call this number one more time. Let's give it to you.
Right, it's 1-800-224-6330. Lastly, I just want you to know that if you're a state Medicare retiree, you have a reprieve. You do not have to find a drug plan by December 31st. The retirees and the legislature have gotten together. There'll be a one-year moratorium on that. Be prepared, though, if it comes back to this, that you'll have to fill out the drug plan, but that is only for the state Medicare-eligible retirees. And if you have questions, you too call us at 1-800-224-6330.
Carroll, thanks for dropping by and making it so simple how to handle this. We've been talking with Carroll Astin Jr., the director of SHIP, the Senior Health Insurance Information Program with Arkansas Insurance Department here in Arkansas. Thanks so much for joining us for Open Mic.